So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second down, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Wentz now on first down. Shreds the tackle. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
81. Lion. Black. Lion. We're fifth.
On first down, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. And give him a gain of 37.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. As to go in this first half. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Now it's Ajayi. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24 or 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Great 15. Great 15. Black. Lefty. Sit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17.
Run. Two jet. Shorty. Sit.
Throwing is Wentz. Shedding through the defense. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Gone! Watch it, Green 39! Green 39!
Mayfield now on second down. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Watch it now, Barney, hot!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit!
Mayfield to throw it. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Set to valve. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Black. Here we go. 81. Lift up. Here,
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
82.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great. 82. 74.
Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Marty. Blue 90.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game, not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
They run again with a J. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They run with a J. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 48 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he's got it up and through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajani. And his second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
81, shift.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't want to eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling, fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this fly. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the fly on the app.
Any money in company, nah, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. You bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. Hit him with the. Not the crumping. Why playing games? They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone send them to opposition. They move wrong. So I
Dark shades, too much. Got the belly see the acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want to close. Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she modeled at McCarmy. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler, leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Shorty, Black, come on. Great 15, great 15.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Completes it to Aguilar. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Wentz now on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. What's up?
This guy spent 5 years as a Charger, Darren Sproles. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
81, 81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He's going to get it running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Come on now. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Jones. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Rivers on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go. White.
Now Rivers. He finds an opening past the 40. Completes it to Benjamin. And finally brought down at the 43. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's Rivers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Throw right side complete to Carter. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there, 64 yards, and the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First down, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Go orange. Orange. Hey, Rocket. 5-4.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Let's
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. It's caught. Jones. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Looking back to week 1 for Melvin Gordon, by his standards, just an okay game on the ground, 64 yards on 15 carries.
But he also gets it done catching the football. He's a complete back, and in this ball game, he had 102 yards off of 9 catches, so we'll see plenty of that as the season develops. But how about what he's done in his first 3 years in the league? 33 catches as a rookie to 41 to 58 last year. I think those numbers will continue to go up. And he improved as a receiver starting at the University of Wisconsin. We knew he needed to add it to his game.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. Oh, he shifts past him. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And his throw here's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Great. Lion. Black, come on. There we go, back man. 120. Black, come on. Please. There, shift.
Now Wentz on third down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Lion. Liz. 81. There, shift.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
Black, come on. Here, shift. Look up.
From the red zone now, Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Here we go. 180! Run. Black, come on.
Wentz to throw again. This complete left side to Aguilar. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. from the left hash, a chip shot here. And Elliott puts this one through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big... And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Jones. Nifty move. And some space here. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Black, come on. Here, sit.
On second down, here's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Great. Go. Oh. Check it back. Please. Run.
Wentz will try again on second down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 48 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a short return.
Introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 red till a million ain't matter. Yep, like in the Kango Anna. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember out of Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text. Hard counter, setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like the Black Panther week to the T, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown getting down with a on me and a half a blame me by Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, yeah, I got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. I rolled in the 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk, they roll by the car lot, went bought it. Call case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give it.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line abusing this deer. I hate a dude with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in the...
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go, let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, let's go. Lucy, 372. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Here we go. 11B. Hank. Move.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chris Long in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
11B. Throw that. Hey, hold it. Hold it. Hey, 54, Ricky. Move.
Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a toss play. It's a jive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On the ball. Hey, Great.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Aguilar has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 yards there at a 1st down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Shorty. Don't go. Waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's going to be met at about the 43. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Great. Black, come on.
Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 23 yards on the play. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Black, come on. Black.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. That is caught at the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Run the ball.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Throwing now is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Working from the gun, Wentz. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Here we go. Hey, 372. Throw left. Lucy. Move.
On second down, here's Bortles. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
372. Move.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Shorty.
Wentz to throw on second down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Great 15. Let's go. Great.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
81.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Drops it on to Ajayi. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw is Wentz. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a gain there of 11 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wentz going to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
372.
Now Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This is Ajayi. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There's no secret to beating a 3-4 when you're trying to run the ball up the middle. You have to control the guy over the nose of the center. And oftentimes, he's awfully hard to move. That's why he's there. A big guy, usually north of 300 pounds, with some agility. But somehow, you've got to figure out how to move him. And most teams will double the nose. Center and a guard trying to move him to one side or the other. And when they're able to do that successfully, as just happened here, that's when you get big-time running plays.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, here's Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way out out near midfield to the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
380. 380. 372. Move.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Fighting to stay upright. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
380.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Lucy. Move.
To throw is Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And